Oh my gosh.
You're just standing still, dribbling, yeah. You just take it from them.
What's good, y'all? It's JP, and today I'm giving y'all some footage from my brand new 98.3 and 98 mid-range build. Replay the stats if you need to, but I want to jump into the gameplay straight away. Now, there's a couple of things I want y'all to keep in mind when you're playing with this type of build. Feel free to pause and rewind that part of this video if you want the exact build and stats that I used, but the main point is seeing how good a 98 3-pointer combined with the 98 mid-range is. And let me tell y'all something, it's as unguardable as y'all think, but there's a few things I want to go over when you're playing with a build like this. The first thing is the 98 mid-range, which I already seen in one of my old builds, is really OP. Especially if you're a part of Rise, it's way easier to hit 3 mid-ranges in a row and then back up your game to a 3-point line or even limitless since you have that 98. And that heat check shot is basically automatic, especially with the 98 3-pointer. Next, now I know a lot of y'all thinking, especially with the 98 Agent 3 Hall of Fame, you're going to be pulling anything you want, but that's not how it's going to work. You still have to take good shots off the dribble. Be patient, get open, and then shoot. Don't just crash out and take dumb shots because you think, oh, I have a 98, I should make that. With all the shots you see me taking in these clips here, I'm getting open for the most part. So 98 or 86 3-pointer, you still want to take quality shots. Another key thing about a build like this is to use catch and shoot as much as you can, because with a 98 3-pointer spotting up with all of those Hall of Fame badges, shooting wide open, those are the situations where you're almost never gonna miss. Like I said, off the dribble is a little bit different because then you have speed up, slow downs, contest. But off the ball, and a lot of people don't know how to play off ball defense, use that spot finder badge, run the fast break. Make sure you get to good spots and get good shots, and don't try to just go brain dead on a build like this. Next, understand, with a build like this, the 98 mid-range and 98 3, you're going to have to sacrifice something, whether that's finishing, playmaking, or defense. Now, if you rewind, you saw my build has absolutely no defense. The reason for that is I play with lockdowns and centers, and usually I'm running squads. You'll never really see me going into random rec with a build like this, because I understand as a point guard with no defense, I'm probably going to face another guard that's aggressive, and especially in random rec where you can't really communicate well or your teammates aren't on the same page as you, they're not going to be able to switch. So for me, I put no defense on the build because I understood that that's one of the sacrifices I wanted to make, especially if I wanted to run the ball and have that high playmaking that I do. So just understand, you have to make a sacrifice if you do want one of these offense heavy builds. Moving on, like I said just now, you have to understand how to play your role even though you might have those weaknesses. So say for instance I have no defense, right? I'm going to guard the corner on defense or guard the weakest offensive player. Or say I have no finishing. On fast breaks, I'm not going to cut down the middle and ruin a lane for one of my slashers when I have that 98 3-pointer and I can fill out to the corner. It's about using your build to also help your teammates get better and more open looks. Because I promise you, this is a scoring machine. By the time you hit 3 to 5 shots in a row, you're going to see double teams. You're going to see the defense miscommunicate just because they're trying to overreact to guard you. Now with all that out the way, I want to get into the more pro-am gameplay that I had to show y'all some clips of what I mean by taking open shots and playing a balanced playstyle. Off the rip, the first play I put in this, I'm taking a wide open 3 off the Jamal Murray. Nothing forced. You want to make sure you get good looks with the ball in your hand. And that is one of them. You want to make sure that as a point guard, you balance your scoring and playmaking, especially with how shooting is a little bit iffy this year. Even with the 98 3-ball, you're going to miss open shots. So the best way to avoid doing that is to constantly make sure you have takeover. And the best way to do that is shooting mid-ranges and passing the ball to your teammates. The most guaranteed ways to get your buckets up, your assists up, which in there give you more takeover. So again, you see me always moving the ball. This game was pretty much a blowout. I know y'all see it from my center's perspective. That's because that's my brother. He was streaming it. But look, like I told y'all earlier, fast break 3, you need those. Another one, fast break 3. Take all the catch and shoot opportunities you can get, especially with this high of a 3-point rating. Now me as a point guard, I told you, I like to go to that mid-range like you just saw here and here. You have to take what the defense is giving you. And look at this clip, y'all. Y'all saw it from the intro. Half court leaning with takeover. Now I know y'all gonna say takeover made blah blah blah, but you can't lie, that's a little bit impressive. Now watch, I try to hit him with the James Harden. Gets a little iffy there, but look. Seen that I had the crab, the space to shoot, pulled up, it's money. How many shots in this video did you see me shoot that even had a yellow contest? Most of the shots that I take are open, and I have to emphasize that. With a build like this, you do not crash out. Take smart shots, and that's when you'll see how good these 96 plus 3-point builds are. And I don't even have to say too much about the mid-range. I've made plenty of videos, and you see that clip right there, showing how good the mid-range is because defenses only play what? The 3 and the dunk. So take your time, look for open shots, knock it down, and also pass to your teammates to keep that takeover running, and everything's going to be good, man. I'm going to let the rest of the clips play out from here. It's only a couple more because, again, you see, it's going to end up being a blowout with this type of build. But listen, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed. Again, the build is at the start of the video. Pause it if you need to. But yeah, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace. How you can't tell time but you watch face? You're not on real time if you watch fake.